Hello, and welcome to Booze Before Noon. Today, Mike talks about ear penetration. We rip New England pretty hard, eat some peppers that are way, way, way too hot. And it's 10:48, so join us, won't you? It's a Booze Before Noon. So, Mike, we've been pretty sick these last couple of weeks. Last week we did a power hour when I think we were both under the weather.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel? Like, how did you do when you went home?
Extremely under the weather the next day. Also, I don't remember going home.
I remember going home. I don't remember going to bed, and I fell down my stairs.
7 beers in 1 hour. And, I mean, I guess I'm a softie nowadays.
That's a lot of beer. And we can come back to that in a segment we're doing a little bit later about how much stuff that actually is. So, speaking of drinking, do you want to start drinking?
I guess so. I mean, why not?
All right. Let's start with our Malort minute. As usual, we're going to drink some Malort. And as usual, we'll drink something else that's, pretty gross after that.
Yeah, we got them in shot glasses this time, so it's not 3 gulps of Malort that Brendan pours me. It's 1 measured shot.
That's true.
12 ounces.
That's
16
true.
ounces? How much is a shot?
1.5 ounces.
Oh, wow. That is no ounces.
16 ounces.
Mike.
I read Busch Light cans all day.
And those are 12 ounces.
Yeah, exactly. I got my ounces mixed up. This is like European bullshit. Fake news. Alternative measurements.
You're not even saying things. You're just saying words. They have no meaning whatsoever.
Yeah, alternative words.
Mike just lives in a world of buzzwords and memes.
Yeah,
I know.
He just shouts all day.
My brain is memes and buzzwords.
Mike, I realized we didn't get any cups for this other liquor, so you want to chug our water really fast so we can pour something?
I'm going to go pee-pees, but yeah.
When's the last time you peed your pants, Mike?
Oh, we actually had a long discussion with an Uber driver about if you could look someone in the eye and pee your pants at the same time.
Yeah.
And he said
Who is we?
me, Mike,
Curtis.
Curtis.
When was this?
On the way to Dave's bartender thing.
On Friday night. Yeah, and the Uber driver pipes up, which is, first of all, you don't do that if you're an Uber driver. And he's like,
putting them on watch. Mike's putting Uber drivers on watch.
Just your burn notice. I was like, how much money would it take if somebody walks up to you in the street, Monopoly man, let's say, he's got bankrolls, and he says, right now, what's your price to pee your pants right now? And he's going to look you in the eye while you do it. I said, I'll do it for $100. I'll probably do it for $50. Honestly, if I got nothing else to do all day, I'd probably do it for $20. And this guy pipes up after we talk about it at length. And he's like, actually, I'm a med student and you cannot do that physically because under pressure, you can't pee yourself. I'm like, under pressure is when I pee myself, idiot.
I could 1,000% do that. I'm not going to, but I could stare you in the eye right now and pee my pants.
What's your price to pee your pants right now?
Honestly, like $500.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I really don't want to pee my pants right now.
Off air, if I slipped you $100 bill, I'm sure you'd pee your pants.
No.
You got an extra pair.
No, I don't.
We got something in the black sheep closet that you could wear.
I really don't think so.
A shirt skirt.
I'm not wearing a shirt skirt all day for $100.
Duct tape 2 staff shirts to your legs.
I know. Okay, so think about the premise that you're pitching me. Not only do I have to pee my pants, I have to wear 2 shirts on my legs for the entire day with a pissy body.
And we're interviewing an employee immediately after this. You're gonna have pee pants?
Exactly. Yeah, okay, so you're making my point for me. Mike, let's rip these shots. Happy booze day to you, sir.
Yeah, happy booze day.
Ugh. As usual, this is disgusting.
Oh, what's this mystery liquid that you're cooking up
the mystery liquid of the week?
It's pink.
It is very pink.
It looks like bum juice. Is it bum juice?
It's bum juice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Juice from the bum.
Give me that bottle, Quinn. Give me that bottle.
Sweet nectar of the gods.
We got wild Irish rose. Now, guess what flavor it is?
Strawberry.
It's
red.
wild
It's
fruit.
red.
Wild fruit with ginseng.
I bet it's going to be good. Ginseng is the stuff that you get at sushi restaurants.
That's ginger.
They really bother to put ginseng on there. That's what kombucha and tea does.
Yeah, I know.
These bums want their ginseng.
Well, they got to be healthy bums.
Yeah, right? No way they can spell that.
This is 100% grape wine, so that's a wild fruit with citrus spirits, natural flavors, and artificial colors.
There's a lot going into this, and it honestly sounds like a good deal.
I don't think it's going to be good.
I think I have faith in it. I mean, it looks like Four Loko liquid. Cheap.
Wild fruit. Wild fruit does not denominate any fruit. It's just an ephemeral color. What flavor is fruit color or is fruit flavor? What is a fruit flavor?
I think they're riding off the fruit punch thing.
Yeah,
where
fruit punch.
But what flavor is fruit punch?
Fruit punch is fruit punch flavored. It's You know what? I mean, society has led us to believe that 1, fruit punch is a color. 2, fruit punch is also a flavor. They don't have to go into specifics.
I really think that this is going to be gross. So you want to take this down to 1?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
I'll do my best.
This is we're drinking a pint. We're splitting a pint.
Yeah, splitting a little pint for noon.
Mike is grimacing.
Oh.
Like, that was not good.
Yeah, I'm grimace for McDonald's right now.
See, this is like so sweet, but also it tastes medicinal.
Actually-
Really medicinal.
I don't know. I kind of like the aftertaste. It tastes like Four Loko.
No,
A
it
little
doesn't.
bit. The aftertaste tastes like some sort of cherry fruit punch Four Loko.
It tastes like cherry cough syrup. Or like, do you ever have like the Luden's cough drops going up?
Ludens.
It's like just like the generic cherry cough drops.
I don't think so.
What
I had
kind of cough-
Ricola.
You had Ricola?
Yeah, I'm up on that.
East Coast elitist right here.
Yeah, seriously.
How big of bottles does this come in?
You could get this in like a full-size wine bottle. $3.
Why don't we get that?
Mike,
That's a
next
good
time you
deal.
come to my house, we'll walk to the dirty liquor store called Topless Liquors.
Topless.
Oh,
liquors?
yeah. You're going to be like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, I'm sure. Especially is the man behind the counter topless? That would be such a good shtick gimmick that they would
I know.
go all over the news.
I really wonder, like, why they decided to call it that. Like, you're not fooling anybody. When you look at the outside of this, it's just like a shitty liquor store.
I don't know. I feel like the clientele, if it's that dirty of a liquor store, they're fooling somebody because you're going in there, you're drunk. I mean, you might mistake it for a strip club, and you get in there and you're pleasantly surprised.
That's true. Strip club, I can see that.
You could probably, I mean, enough money. You can make anything a strip club with enough money.
Is that
Everybody's
true?
got a
What about a
price.
daycare?
You can with enough money, dude. This is Trump's America. You can do whatever you want.
That's
with
true.
enough
I
money.
forgot. I forgot that since we've last spoke,
Yeah.
we have a new president of the United States.
Exactly. There's a big difference between our Obama's America podcast and our Trump's America podcast.
I know.
Anything goes.
I think the biggest difference, we've added another white guy.
Yeah,
Ooh,
exactly.
yeah.
Because this is Trump's America and more white guys out here.
The most oppressed demographic, I would say, these days.
Often forgot about.
Yeah, I know.
Not given as much voice as they need to have.
Man, there was like a guy in the New York Times who they interviewed who's like, yeah, you're the bottom rung if you're a white man. It's like, nah, man.
Are you serious?
I know, right? Like the next 4 years are going to perpetuate that myth while also making white men more powerful than like they've ever been.
If you go to the library, you sit in a swivel chair, you get spun around, you point in some direction, you open a history book, you open up any page in the history book and point to any page, you will be proven wrong. White people have always been on top. That's ridiculous.
Yes,
that's
it's
absurd.
It's ridiculous in a way that we need a soundbite of Mike saying white people have always been on top.
Oh, no.
Out of context.
It's in the wrong context.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, in Trump's America, that's probably good on a resume. or
That's
something.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
Mike,
Soundbite me up.
That was such a labyrinth for you to get to just saying open any history book. You said go to a library, sit down, spin in a chair, and point to a book. You could have
But
said,
that was a good argument for Mike. I liked it.
Yeah, I could have went further. I was going to say go down the elevator, walk to the Chicago Library over there.
Is this hot
get,
takes?
Get a library card, go home.
I'm sorry, is this hot take?
No, but we're getting there in a second. I have a question for you, Mike. Do you
Full
know where
juice.
any libraries in Chicago are?
I do know where a library
Name
in
one.
Chicago
Where?
is. There is a children's library near me that I first went to. When I first moved here, I didn't know what to do.
You called
So
it
I
a
went to the
library.
Library.
You called it I guess a children's library would probably be called a library because most of their constituents would call it that.
Constituents? Don't say that word about the children's library. We don't know what that means.
Yeah, that's true.
That word's not anywhere in the children's library.
That's true. That's true.
There was a lot of homeless people there last time I went.
Inside the
It was
library?
Very interesting. I would love
Honey,
to
you've
do-
been inside it?
Yeah, I've been inside.
Where
it
is this
like
in
3
relation
times.
to your house? Like
It's
blocks away?
It is. It's a kind of rundown, shitty library, and it closes at 4. And you got to pay like 25 cents to print a single piece of paper. It's bullshit. I used to hang out there when I had no idea what to do. Chicago, I didn't know anybody.
This kid has a lot of facial hair.
Can we just get this on the table, though? You know it's library, right? Because you keep
Library?
you keep saying library. Joke.
I'm saying library.
No, you're saying library.
Library?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I mean,
That is not one of the
easier
items
to say. I'm
in
dropping a
the
consonant.
wild fruit, wild Irish
Yeah.
rose. There's no libraries in here.
library?
We learned this morning that you can masturbate in Chicago libraries now.
Wait,
Yeah.
who learned that?
Brendan, firsthand.
Yeah, that's true.
He's got a Google
Unintended.
alerts for masturbation in library.
Yep.
So he gets alerted as soon as
Just
it becomes
in
legal.
case.
Wait, so it is legal?
No, you can't masturbate, but you
How
can
is
watch
it-
porno.
Oh.
For what? Why?
I don't know why. You just can.
I mean, you know what? I'm in support of that.
Mike, do you want to eat some spicy food?
I guess so.
You guys have been ribbing me pretty hard lately for not bringing the heat.
You had hot nuts, and you had I don't even remember what else you had, but
Jelly
it's
beans.
things that's not making me sweat. I'm used to being. You kicked it off right away with this podcast. Me sweating immediately. Just like wishing for God to come down and save me, and like praying that you guys have milk behind the counter over there. And it hasn't been that spicy. I've had wasabi peas that are spicier.
So, what do you think is in this paper towel?
I'm gonna say peppers. You're a pepper guy. Peter
We're going
Piper.
back. We're going back to what made us famous, Mike. Some peppers.
No, those are those are intimidating.
Yeah.
They're like little orange spheres. They're like spherical peppers. Doesn't look
They
good.
really are. These are Perone peppers.
Perone?
Yes.
Perone.
I got these from the grocery store in my house. This is where I get like 90% of my spicy food. I believe these peppers are named after Eva Perón, who used to be like the first lady of Argentina, and then the president of Argentina.
Perone?
Eva Perón. Does that name ring a bell to you?
Absolutely not. You think I know about whatever you just said?
What about
Peru?
What about Evita, the musical? Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Is that where that song's from?
The truth is, I've never left you.
No, never heard of it. Mamma Mia. I seen Hamilton. That counts for something.
Okay, that's good for you.
I'm a big Broadway guy at
Yeah.
this point.
Name.
You've seen Hamilton, dude? Has anybody in this room seen Hamilton? I saw Hamilton. I'm a Broadway guy.
Name 7 musicals.
Broadway. I mean, no. Hamilton. Hamilton. Cats. Mamma Mia. The Wiz.
I'll take the Wiz.
Lion King.
Okay.
A Sound of Music was probably Spider-Man.
You know what? You got to 7.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The U2. All those were just musicals that were turned into movies or came from movies.
Yep, that's true. That's true. So, Mike, you want to eat these?
Yeah.
You want to talk about our hot take?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's Super Bowl season. And Mike, being from Connecticut, is for some godforsaken reason a fan of the who?
A fan of the Patriots. As like it's New England. It makes sense. It's like the only team that a Connecticut person can lay claim to. We have an identity crisis when it comes to things like sports. You know, baseball. We don't have Boston. We don't have New York. We have to choose between them, so we're all split. People are Mets fans. It's fucking wild out there. It makes sense that I'm a Patriots fan. It's the only team that incorporates Connecticut besides the Whalers, and they're gone.
Yeah. All right. You want to eat these bad boys?
Yeah, do I eat the whole thing?
I don't know. These are pretty big. These are the size of like a small apple.
I'm going to take a bite for every time I get incensed.
Okay. Well, let's touch them. Let's touch these peps.
Isn't it with peppers that the smaller they are, the spicier they are?
No way, dude. No fucking way, dude. Do you have milk? Do you have
I
milk?
got no milk.
I'm gonna need milk. No fucking way, dude. No fucking way. This is so fucking hot.
You sound like
Staying
Tommy.
in my mouth.
You sound like Tommy from Boston. No fucking way, dude. No fucking way.
Tommy from Boston.
Who are these? These are
Jesus
hot.
Christ.
The
No
Patriots.
way.
The Patriots and Boston fans in general are fucking bullshit.
Why?
Because it's like
You've never been to Boston. Let
they
me sort this out.
self-perpetuate their own relevance. Nobody cares about Boston. All they do is pretend nobody likes Boston.
You've never been to Boston.
And it makes them it makes people hate the Patriots more that everybody pretends who's a Patriots fan that they hate the Patriots. So if you guys stop pretending like people hated the Patriots, people just wouldn't care. Boston is irrelevant. More people care about San Diego than they care about Boston outside of fucking New England.
No, Boston's like one of the original like cities in America. People care about Boston. The Boston driving sucks because the streets aren't made for cars. They're made for fucking horses. You can't hate a person like fucking Tom Brady. Spotless record.
The cover.
Big Donald Trump guy. Donald Trump's America. That's big in his books. Big in my books.
The cover
I guess.
of
I don't know.
I'm eating another bite of this pepper, but I don't want to.
I hate this pepper.
The cover of ESPN the magazine this week is Brady's revenge. Revenge against what?
Deflate Gates. Because they made him start. They made him start fucking.
This would not have been a big deal
Yo,
had stupid, shitty people from Boston not made it a big deal.
I mean, it should be a big deal because it was senseless bullshit. Goodell is a fucking idiot, and he's also a big pussy. Of course he goes to the fucking Atlanta fucking game over Foxborough. He's not gonna go. He's not gonna step foot in any fucking New England. He's probably incensed that he's got fucking the Super Bowl he's got to go to. He's like, here we go. I'm gonna get fucking spit on and thrown feces at because he knows that he made a fucking.
So you admit you're a fan of a group of people who would spit on and throw shit at a dude?
Yeah, he deserves it. He definitely deserves it. There's no way he doesn't
shit
deserve
thrown
it.
at him.
You know what? There are people in this world who deserve to have human shit at them.
And
Among
Roger
them,
Goodell
Roger
is one
Goodell
of them?
and Tila Tequila. Tila Tequila had juggalos throwing shit at her, and she deserves it. She's a fucking Nazi piece of shit. Goodell's right up there.
He's definitely not a Nazi.
What?
But
There's some sort of weird berry in here.
they're called seeds, Mike.
Oh.
Boston perpetuates its
right.
own relevance because without people being mad that Boston is irrelevant, without Bostonites or New Englanders bitching about how irrelevant they are, no one would care.
No, I think you're reading too far into it. I think that
Who cares about New Hampshire?
I
Who
think
cares about Vermont? Who cares about Maine? Who cares about, no offense, Connecticut? Who cares about Massachusetts outside of Boston?
Offense taken. Those all seem to be, pretty.
Who cares about Rhode Island?
Pretty great. I mean, honestly, who the fuck cares about Rhode Island? I'll give you that. Who the fuck cares about it? That should be fused to Connecticut. That should be ours. These states, these New England states, they're great. They're blue states. I'm a big liberal guy, even in Trump's America. Please don't put me on the firing squad line. But
Massachusetts elected Mitt Romney their governor.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
He was the Republican presidential nominee like 8 years ago.
More like shit, Romney. You know, am I right? Because I don't fucking.
Sure, okay.
Is that the guy from Unfortunate Truth?
Well, that's Al Gore, and he was a Democrat.
Oh, did he run against Bush?
Al Gore did.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, you've never been to Boston. Boston is a fucking beautiful city.
You know what it is?
It is
you know what else is
absolutely
beautiful? San Diego. And nice and hot.
It's on the West Coast. Of course it's beautiful. They get a pass. I mean, New England it's a beautiful fucking area. Honestly, you got all 4 seasons, and it's absolutely amazing. And it's fucking, like, the best place to grow up in the entire world. You got all 4 seasons. I'm in Connecticut. I'm smack dab in the middle between New York and Boston. Like, you can't ask for better than that. If you grow up in fucking, bumfuck, I don't know, South Dakota, what do you got? Maybe Chicago if you take a road trip.
Minneapolis.
I don't know.
It's like an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
Just because you don't know where it is doesn't mean it doesn't exist, Mike.
Dude, South Dakota, Minneapolis, I don't know what the hell's going on over there. What the hell do you do? If you were
What do you do in your Connecticut town? You talk about how shitty your Connecticut town is all the time.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to do. It's kind of boring. I mean, you go to the same
and crime ridden
anywhere suburban,
and destitute.
Okay, yeah, it might be a little crime ridden, but I mean that's fine.
So name
character.
Name three inarguably good things about Connecticut.
Pizza, Yale,
The Pats.
The Pats.
Not even in Connecticut.
Connecticut's New England.
But
I learned a song about it in elementary school.
They do not reside. They reside outside of Boston.
I mean that's their home turf in Foxborough.
By the way, I'll give you pizza and Yale.
Mike, sing the song.
Pizza. What?
Yeah, the song that you learned.
Oh, because I still know it from heart. Mm-hmm. Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Connecticut. We are part of it all. Massachusetts and Little Rhode Island. That together we call New England. New England. That's where we're from.
Wow, it's really flat. There's no melody.
Oh, dude, there's melody.
I don't think there is.
I'll give you the melody version if you behave.
Yes, sir.
Is your mouth still on fire?
My mouth is absolutely in flames.
Yeah, mine too.
I am like, it feels like something that's like burning off in my mouth.
When I bought these, I didn't know how hot they would be. And then I looked it up before we came over here. And they're like up to 12 times as hot as a jalapeno.
Oh, you look at what's it called?
The Scoville units.
Scoville?
Yeah.
Who's a Scoville asshole? He loved hot food?
I don't know.
I saw half a guy over here. I'm not.
And it's all seeds, dude. Those seeds are the hottest part.
You ate the seeds?
Yeah. You gotta eat the seeds.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do. So all these peppers I'm bringing, you're saying they're so hot, but you're not eating the seeds.
Wait a second. There's no way that the seeds are the hottest
Put
part.
like 5 seeds in your mouth.
I'm going to put 1 in my mouth because I'm scared. Oh, shit. I got 3 in my mouth.
Chew them. You have to chew them. The capsaicin is in the seeds, you little turd.
Capsaicin?
That's what makes it hot.
Don't you just throw those things at me. I go to the children's library. Seeds are like not spicy.
All right, then eat a bunch of them. Eat a bunch right now.
All right, here we go. You know what?
You little
Thumbs
turd.
up. All right. Tell them I got good amount of seeds. Tell them I got good amount of seeds.
Yo, there's lots of seeds in
Got
there.
a mouthful of seeds. Big mouthful. Of seeds.
They're a little spicy. They're a little bit spicy, but not like a. Oh.
The
gagging.
table turned immediately.
Fuck.
Do you believe me now, Mike?
Yeah, but only when you swallow them. I mean, it's like activated when I swallow them or something, or when I start chewing them. Thank God you brought this.
Mike just explained how food works.
That was so bad. That was so gross.
So is that too hot for you? Like next week, should I tone it back down a little bit?
Honestly, yeah, I would like to be toned down a little bit. A lot of it.
A lot of it?
A lot of it.
Wow.
I mean, it was very fucking spicy. That was like spicier than anything we've had in like probably 4 weeks.
I would say a month. Yeah.
Are there really peppers out there that make you trip, like that Simpsons episode with the chili?
I think so, but like I'm not
Those
sure
are
it's because of
frogs.
hotness. I think there's frogs too. I would lick a frog if
Oh, that's right.
I would 100%. If we get a frog right here, I would lick that frog. 100%. And I'd go to work for the rest of the day and I'd probably kill it. I'm pretty good at
kill
tripping.
it at work or kill the frog.
Yeah.
No, the frog. I would probably marry the frog by the end of the day if it's stripping me that hard.
It's a good kisser.
So they got long tongues.
It would be your
Big
prince.
friendship.
It would be your prince.
I mean, would I be the prince? No,
because the
I'd
frog
kiss
always
the
turns
frog.
into the prince. You be the princess.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You try to kiss a frog. This is the thing they don't tell you about. You try to kiss a frog. Think about that long ass tongue they got for sniping flies. Right down your throat, right into your esophagus.
On your uvula.
Yeah, smacking your uvula around. You know what happens when you smack the uvula with a foreign object? Throw up.
Okay, Mike, we got to go forward. I think we can both agree that the Patriots are terrible and no one should root for them.
No, that's like, are you kidding me? Like, objectively, they're not. Like,
I don't care at all about the Atlanta Falcons, and yet I see myself rooting for them.
I mean, like everybody wants to take shots at the big guy. This is David and Goliath kind of thing. But I mean, when you're on the side of Goliath and you just, you're in ecstasy whenever they win because it's an excuse to get really fucked up, then.
But see, here's the thing: I don't dislike the Patriots. I dislike people who root for the Patriots.
You dislike the fan base.
Yes,
gotcha. You like Tom Brady.
I have nothing against Tom Brady's kind of an asshole, but I have nothing against.
How is he an asshole? He's like one of the best father figures of all time.
Explain.
Beautiful guy. He's got a great. He is the most absolutely clean. Not Ben Roethlisberger. He's not Aaron Rodgers who fucking returns his Christmas gifts to his family. He's fucking he's got Giselle. He's got beautiful children. He just started an Instagram 2 weeks ago, and it's fucking everything on it is just fucking family-centered and perfect, and he's just the ideal guy. He's a great fucking guy, besides the fact that he's a big Trump guy.
I say trade him, let Jimmy Garoppolo play.
Nope, absolutely not. Maybe in 5 years. Jimmy Garoppolo is actually probably going to get traded after this year. And you know what? The Bears are looking at him. So I'm going to be a big-time Bears guy, secondary.
A big-time Bears boy.
Big-time Bear boy. Big Bear boy. I'm going to be
you.
a big Bear boy if Jimmy Garoppolo comes over here. That'd be awesome.
Would you go to a Bears game? Because I am well aware of that. You went to Eastern.
Eastern Illinois?
The cradle of great quarterbacks. It's about 45 minutes outside of U of I. That's where Tony Romo went as well.
Are you serious?
Kid you not.
Wow.
Sean Payton coached there and played there.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. It's weird. It's weird.
How come you don't hear about them in college football?
Because they fucking suck and they play in the Ohio Conference, the Ohio Valley Conference.
So how the fuck are they producing these fucking football teams and not getting any recognition?
It's bizarre. It's very bizarre.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I'm crying over here. Because of my love for Tom Brady and also because of the Peppers.
Well, I want to move on to a new segment that we're trying today. It's called Y'all Gonna Learn Today.
You gonna learn today. You gonna learn today.
In this, Mike asks me a question. I do some research, and I report back to Mike the answers that I have found. So, Mike, what were you interested in me learning you this week?
You gonna learn today. You gonna learn today.
A lot of things, primarily. I want to know.
But what do you want to know specifically?
If different booze does different things to different drunks. I love going to gay brunch because it gives you a lot of a champagne drunk in the mimosas.
Sure.
And it's the happiest drunk I've ever had. But then sometimes I drink beer and I get really sad because I get really sleepy and I got to go home at 9 p.m.
So do you want me to tell you the result of this question? What is the question again? Give me the question one more time.
It's a spicy burp. Do different alcohols give you different kinds of drunks?
Do you want me to tell you the answer and then work through why? Or do you want me to work through why and then give you the answer?
I want you to give me the answer. Straight to me.
Do you think I should give him the answer, Quinn, or should I talk first?
I want to hear more of Mike's, how different alcohols affect Mike. So tequila makes you make poor decisions. Is that right?
No, tequila gets me really, really, really hyped, but then I usually black out and then do something I regret. Rum, very, very happy drunk, great time, very funny. No complaints really. Vodka, similar. Champagne, happiest drunk of all time, terrible hangover.
Sure.
But after you're done drinking champagne, after you drink a lot of mimosas, you usually end up doing something very regrettable. Wine makes me tired too. Wine is fun, and then I get emotional. I got a picture of my dog from when I was 7 on my wall. It's a painting, and I fucking look at it and cry, and I take pictures of it. Maybe I'll put up an Instagram of it. Beer makes me tired. So that's what's going on with all those. So, is there any others? Never tried moonshine.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think
What
so.
about Everclear? Everclear is basically moonshine.
Everclear is from the freshman days, and I made poor decisions in my freshman days every single time I drank. So
Yeah, me too. Drank Everclear?
Drank in general, but drank Everclear as well.
Yeah.
With Jungle Juice?
Did you ever do a straight shot of Everclear?
No, I don't think I've ever had.
We'll get to that in a second. Do not do it. I want to start with my explanation with a little bit about what alcohol is. Alcohol in wine or tequila or gin or beer is all the same thing. It's all ethanol. Every liquor that you drink that has alcohol in it is more or less the same thing. It's just flavorings and volume. So a liquor is 80 proof. That means that it's 40%
alcohol
by volume.
Mike learned that in high school, didn't
Yeah.
you?
Top of it. I'm on top
A beer is 5% beer. So that is 5% alcohol. So that's 5% alcohol by volume. So there's 5% alcohol. Of the 12 ounces of beer, 5% of it is alcohol. Whereas in a shot of liquor, 40% of that is just ethanol. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but how come alcohol is supposed to make you tired in the end, and how come little doses of alcohol in my beer makes me sleepier than vodka or rum, taking shots?
Well, we're going to get to it. So we've established that any liquor that you're drinking has the same alcohol in it, right?
Yeah.
Any questions about that?
Ethanol, all ethanol.
Because like,
Why do they call it alcohol if it's ethanol?
ethanol is a type of alcohol. There's other alcohols as well. Like if you got like rubbing alcohol, that's like denatured alcohol. Or
What's denatured?
they put shit in it, so if you drank it, you would throw up immediately.
Why do they do that?
So like a 15-year-old Mike Mancini couldn't go to the store, buy rubbing alcohol, drink it, and get hammered.
Purell.
Something like that.
Lick up on some Purell.
I would like to see you look up on some Purell.
I'll do it.
I bet you would not squirt 5 squirts of Purell in your mouth for $5.
Not for $5.
$20.
Dude, if I got 20 retweets, I would do that shit. Like,
Okay,
that's good content.
Quinn, write that down. We're doing it later.
Yeah, I'll
5
squirt.
squirts.
I'll squirt some Purell.
Kind of what we're getting back to. It's the volume of alcohol per total volume of liquid is a lot of what we're going to be talking about going forward. Okay, so keep that in mind.
Okay.
I'm going to use 2 extreme examples. It's a difference between beer and Everclear. We've already kind of talked about beer, a 12-ounce can, that's 5% alcohol by volume. That's 5% of that entire can is alcohol by volume, right?
Okay.
Whereas Everclear is 190 proof, right?
190 proof?
Yes.
What's that make it?
That makes
85% alcohol?
No, 95% alcohol.
What is alcohol in its purest form? Is it like gloopy? Is it
No, it's
viscous?
liquid. It's liquid. I mean, is Everclear gloopy?
No.
No,
But I
it's-
mean, maybe the
yeah.
5%.
So think about how 5% of a beer that's all the alcohol that's in it. Whereas 95% of a shot of Everclear is just straight alcohol.
Okay.
Okay? Are you following along? so
Yeah,
far?
I am.
For every 1 beer that you drink, if you were to drink an equivalent of Everclear, you would drink 1/3 of a shot of Everclear. And picture 1/3 of a shot. So
Okay.
I'm holding up a shot glass for you right now.
Tiny shot.
This much pure alcohol is like in a beer.
Baby's first shot.
Yes. So think about it that way. If you think about it, 1 shot of Everclear is 3 beers.
1 shot of Everclear is 3 beers.
Okay, keep going.
What the fuck? Are you serious?
Yes.
What the fuck?
So if we did that power hour
Are you
last week,
serious? How?
Well,
How
okay,
do they
so-
pack that much of a punch into?
because it's just straight liquor mixed with a little bit of water.
That's so fucked
I
up.
know, it is. It is. So think about that. If we did the power hour last week, all we would have had to do the entire time, if we did it with Everclear,
2.5 shots?
2.25 shots.
2.25 shots?
2.25 shots.
And we would have been that fucked up?
And we would have been that fucked up.
So why don't bums just do that?
I think a lot of them do. I think a lot of bums with alcohol problems tend to buy really high proof stuff.
So does anybody drink Everclear for fun?
I think college kids do. I didn't when I was in
I mean,
college.
like you pour it in your jungle juice and you need to distill it a little bit, but
When I was in college, one time we drank a bunch of Everclear, and
straight?
oh yeah,
Why?
just to see what it was like. It fucked us up, supremely fucked us up. Like I woke up at my buddy's house, like when his dad was out of town, and there was just like red jungle juice like all over the walls. Because eventually we started mixing it with jungle juice. He's like, yeah, he's gonna be super pissed. You spilled all this jungle juice on his wall. And he's like, dude, you super offended Charlotte last night. You made her cry. She went home. Like, it makes you act
Charlotte.
like an animal.
Wow. Public apology to Charlotte
Yep.
right now, right here.
Apology,
My bad.
Charlotte O'Donnell.
That was so fucked up because you guys didn't do the math. You guys were probably used to like, a Burnett shot. And then like,
No, we knew it would fuck us up.
Oh,
we
you
just wanted
knew?
to see what would happen.
I'm shocked that you knew. I didn't even know this.
So I think we ended up doing like 4 shots in like 2.5 hours or something like that. But think about it that way. That's like chugging 12 beers in like 2.5 hours. That's a lot.
that's fucked up.
That's like a start. And then you continue drinking, like mixing it with like, jungle juice or Kool-Aid or something like that.
What's fucked up is that like, you're used to taking like 10 or so shots in a night.
Sure.
If you take 3
not
shots of
used to doing
Everclear,
that, but yeah.
then you're done. You're at 9.
Yes, exactly. This leads me kind of my next point. If you think about that comparison, it's obvious that, if you drink, say, 2 shots of Everclear, the amount of liquor getting in your system quickly is going to affect you differently than if you drank 6 beers over 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
Because what liquor does is it lifts you up and then it makes you crash. So you get sleepy because you're sipping it. But if you were to slam 6 beers, think about how riled up you were at the end of last week.
Oh, super riled.
So you get all of it. It depends on how quick you get it in your system because eventually the crash is coming. There's also things like tequila versus gin that have a similar percentage of liquor per volume, and people think they act differently about that, right? A lot of that is 2 different things. One is preconceived notions. How do you feel about tequila? What does tequila do? It makes you crazy?
Makes me crazy.
But why do you start thinking that? Because somebody told you that tequila makes you do crazy shit.
I guess so. Maybe it's psychological.
Or wine is a chill drink. So you either get kind of sad or you chill out when you drink wine.
So you think that it's like in the moment thing, like depends on your environment kind of thing? It's like
That's the second part, the environmental aspect of it. Think about when you're drinking wine. You're not going out to a bar to drink wine. You're drinking wine with Kristen, having a nice glass when you're at Gay House doing your fondue. So you're in a chill environment. You drank 9 tequila sunrises at an open bar where you had 3 hours to shove as many in your face as you could.
That's very true. And I get crazy there.
Yeah.
But if I did the same thing with wine, are you saying that I would, like if my drinker's choice was wine at an open bar and I'm pumped up?
If you drank 9 glasses of wine, you'd be fucking hammered. Like, have you ever like played Slap the Bag?
Yeah.
You know how Slap the Bag really accelerates your drinking?
Oh yeah.
And it's not like after you play Slap the Bag, you're suddenly like chill or sad. You're not like, you know what? I'm really sad my dog died after playing Slap the Bag. You're like, let's play more fucking Slap the Bag.
Yeah.
Because the environment that you're in and the rate at which you're consuming it predicate how you feel while you're drinking it.
So are you saying that all these alcohols are the same? Like there's nothing, it's just like different alcohols are for different situations kind of thing? It's not has anything to do with like the different things in tequila versus wine versus beer?
Yeah, but there's one other thing that kind of ties into this, and it's called alcohol expectancy effects. It's kind of what we were talking about with people told you that tequila would make you crazy, right? Mm-hmm. So, this is an experiment I've always wanted to do. I've never found out like the logistics to do it. I bet you if we had, say, the Christmas party we had, right?
Yeah.
And we invited, let's say, a bunch of 21 and above college kids, not using air quotes right now. And we were to get a non-alcoholic beer keg, I bet they would act all fucked up.
Of course.
Because they think that they are drinking not alcoholic beer when it's non-alcoholic. So the societal expectation is I'm all fucked up. So again, like not society, but the environment that you're in plays a large role into that, as well as not just society, like people saying like tequila makes you crazy, but also kind of the environment that you're in. I bet if you sipped tequila in your bed for 4 hours, you'd be sleepy. You wouldn't be G-chatting people you haven't talked to in 4 years.
Right.
Think about your description of things, right? You said wine makes you chill, beer makes you sleepy. So the beer one, I don't have a great explanation for, but wine, societally, like people are like, that's a chill drink, right? Mm-hmm. Tequila makes you crazy, right? And champagne's a celebratory drink.
But holy shit.
I feel like champagne. I disagree. So this is all mental, you're saying? But what about like the sugar and like the like champagne has like carbonation, so it's being delivered to your bloodstream a little differently. I feel like there's things at play here.
Like what? Okay, so you've given 2 examples. Explain a little bit more.
So I feel like beer doesn't have as much sugar, but champagne has a bunch of sugar.
Okay,
so
but like
that adds to like you feeling like excited and maybe loopy. Wine has a lot of different sugars in it, and like
But ethanol it has a lot of sugar in it too. To make moonshine, you have to use a lot of sugar.
But there's like different sugars in these drinks, right?
Sure.
So I feel like those kind of affect the way like the alcohol is affecting you.
Well, that's not what the science stuff I read said.
So I want to do this experiment.
Trump's America. Science is wrong.
Well, I mean, that's actually true. Not even a joke. But I want to do an experiment where we replace things with a beer that or a liquid, an alcohol that we wouldn't normally drink there. Like, let's have a chill night where instead of sipping a beer, we drink a tequila.
Sure.
Or something like that. Mm-hmm. And vice versa. Like when we go out and like have a very powerful, rage-inducing night, we drink wine or something like that. I think that's the best way to experiment with something like that. This is something that I've never fucking realized in my life before. It's literally all about your environment. If I am chill, I'm not going to drink tequila. If I am trying to get fucked up, I'm not going to drink wine. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, beer is something that's very, very interesting to me because there's been many a time where, I'll drink a beer to calm myself out and go to sleep. And then I'll drink a beer all fucking day at a tailgate to get fucked up. And then I get rowdy.
Yeah.
And I get rowdy. So it's not like a sleepy thing.
Or so think about the champagne example he gave. Are you drinking straight champagne or are you drinking a mimosa?
Oh, I mean, a gay brunch, it's 95% champagne, 5% orange juice.
Sure. But that orange juice is packed full of sugar. Like orange juice inherently has a lot of sugar, and then you add more sugar to it. So you're amping yourself up, not in like a rowdy way, but there's just enough to like make you feel good, give you a little bit of buzz.
Right.
On top of the buzz you're already feeling for drinking a bunch of champagne.
So sugar makes you feel good?
Yeah. Why do people...
I don't know. I mean, like...
Kids go nuts on it.
That's the thing, though. I think that the sugar rush thing is a myth. I think that's not real.
Ooh, maybe next week we'll find out.
Ooh! Y'all learned today.
What we've learned today is that there's a ton of factors that go into it, but the kind of liquor at best is minimal. And at best, I say so Quinn doesn't feel bad about himself.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there any other questions you guys had today?
No, Professor Brendan. No.
Do y'all feel like you learned today?
Oh, y'all learned today.
Good.
Yeah, that's crazy. This has like enlightened me. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to talk about it sometimes whenever somebody starts talking about booze.
Cool. You just make sure you start smoking a pipe when you do it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Little monocle.
Uh-huh. Oh, man, I'm going to get you a monocle.
I would rock a monocle if you got one for me.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening. Check us out at theblacksheeponline.com. Again, that's theblacksheeponline.com. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, iTunes. Quinn, am I forgetting anything else?
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud as well. All right, so check us out next week on another episode of Booze Before Noon.